People always said to me, you wouldn't be a good bodybuilder or a good dad, you can't be both. And I'd like to challenge that. I didn't have a dad growing up, so when I became a dad, that was really important to me to make sure I'm present and I'm there for my kids. So this will be my 10th Olympia. This prep so far has, hand on heart, been the hardest prep to date. And the reason for that is I've just had my second child, newborn, she's 6 weeks old. To throw in, I'm building a gym at the minute as well, so work-wise, I'm building a 20,000 square foot gym facility which I'm project managing. My family basically comprises of myself, my wife Amy, and our 2 kids. We've got Alfie and Elsie, and I've got a dog, Rocky, we can't forget him. Look at that, like butter wouldn't melt.
She's a night owl.
Whilst the wife's watching Bake Off. British Bake Off, while I'm eating chicken and rice. So the biggest challenge I have is having that balance between my family life and business.
Look who's here, look. Hello. Have you had a good day?
I just have to prioritise and methodically think out my day where what's the most important thing I need to be present for my family and what's the most important things I need to check off my to-do list for business.
Ryan and I like to be very kind of like strict with the schedule. We like routine, both of us. I think if you speak to any parent with a newborn, you'll know that routine is totally out of the window. That is one of the biggest things we have both struggled with, because Ryan has to stick to some sort of schedule with his job because it's a given, he has to. With bodybuilding, it's a very selfish sport. No matter how you look at it, you have to train, sleep, eat at the times that are required. Being a dad is the most important job role, so I never want to sacrifice that. So that always comes first and everything else will fit around it.
How exciting is this, young man? Look at this. What are we doing here? With our muscles. Yeah. Show me your best squat. What's your squat? Nice.
And I've got an amazing family who understand what I have to do, and we just work it out together as a team.
Uh-oh, not on camera, cut.
So the reason I compete, people say like, you've been competing for 10 years, you stay lean all year, there's certain things you do what most other athletes don't do. And for me, it's my coping mechanism of probably back in the day of feeling overweight, feeling that body dysmorphia, and never wanting to ever feel like that. And I don't see it as an obsession where it's unhealthy because I enjoy what I do and I'm comfortable in my own skin now. We're at the stage now where the carbs are getting dropped quite a lot, the calories are coming down quite a lot. And I'm really starting to feel it when it comes to like hunger and that sort of thing. But this is what kind of separates the men from the boys. I've had my first meal, which is like oatmeal, whey protein, blueberries, almonds, that sort of thing. Now we're getting meal 2 in. I'm going to eat meal 2 and then I'm going to prep my meals for the rest of the day as well, just to show you and give you an insight into what I'm consuming. So most of my meals, what I consume in a day, they'll consume of a carb source, like a complex carb source, an essential fat, and a good bioavailable protein. Rice cakes for carbs, eggs, which we've got fats and protein, and then we've got some essential fats as well in the avocado. So I've always prepped my own meals, and the reason for that is prepping my own meals and stuff. When I was younger, and obviously I didn't have the money to be able to have like a chef or have prep companies make my meals. That was when I was at my best because I knew everything I was consuming. I did try it. I don't know, I couldn't get my head around somebody else making my meals. It's just peace of mind knowing that I've done them myself. Right, so meal 2 done. We're now going to prep the rest of the meals for the day. That's all fillet steak. That's all salmon fillets. Few gammon there, but that's all chicken breast normally, but I'm running low, so I need to put an order in. As we get closer, things change. So we've now had to reduce the red meat. Oats in the morning with whey, eggs, my second meal, 2 chicken meals, and then it's salmon, salmon, steak, salmon, salmon, steak. One of the things I really do miss is sitting with the family at night. and having that meal. We do it in the morning, we have our breakfast in the morning together. It's a little bit harder now. We've got Elsie, who is 8 weeks old. She's a bit more demanding on Amy, so it's dependent on her if all 4 of us sit together. I don't get too consumed with numbers and statistics and stuff, and I can just fit it around my family life, and it's really easy to prep that way. I did do nearly 2 years of counting calories, looking at the times of when I eat in the day, tablets to go with certain meals at certain times, and it just became so monotonous and so regimented. It took the enjoyment out of why I do what I do. But yeah, there you have it, guys. Easily done in less than 13 minutes. You've got 6 chicken breasts cooked off. You could easily get 6 meals out of that quite comfortably. When people say they haven't got time to prep the meals, I beg to differ. I bet you're on your Instagram or on social media more than 13 minutes a day. Right, let's go. So yeah, this is going to be my 10th year at the Mr Olympia, and in those 10 years I've evolved physically and maturely mentally as well. And what I mean by that is over the years I've learned how to adapt and how to train more smart instead of too erratically, shall we say. So that's just comes with age. Obviously you're naive when you're younger and you think pushing heavier and harder is the way forward, and that's not the case. Check this out. So now it's all arriving, so we've got the treadmills turning. We've got 6 of these Arctic lorries turning up over the next couple of days. Okay. Whoa. Look at that. And so it begins. What an anticlimax. The gym slogan, which I'm having everywhere, is get comfortable being uncomfortable. And that is something I've done massively. So to step out of your comfort zone, and in order to keep progressing in life, you have to step out of your comfort zone and really push yourself. And the only way you're ever going to do that is getting into uncomfortable situations. And that's where I am right now. I've got 5 businesses, I've got a newborn baby, we're building the gym, and we're prepping for the biggest show in the world. You're right, I did pick a heavy one out. Wow. Check that out. So I made this logo back in 2013. People often ask me what was the pinnacle point of my career, what was the changing point. For me, it was winning the British Championships, which is why this man's stood right here in the background. So I feel like I owe a lot to that show, and that's the reason 10 years on, I'm actually the head sponsor of that show, and it's now called the Ryan Terry British Championships. And for me, it's really important just to show my gratitude, show my appreciation to that show. And it's the biggest amateur show in the UK. I feel massively honoured and proud about that. And I just really hope people appreciate why I'm doing it. People come to me now because I am experienced and because I have done 10 years competing and I've been training over 20 years. So there are things that I've learned along the way which I do like to give to the younger generation if they want to know. I'm not someone who wants to preach and tell them here's how you should do it, but if anyone ever comes to me, I'll always try and guide them in the right direction and basically stop them from making the same mistakes I did. And for instance, I do a lot of free posing classes now. That's it. You hold it for 3 seconds, come back and do it again.
Para mí conocer a Ryan y poder entrenar con él es una inspiración porque, bueno, de verdad le sigo siguiendo desde muchos años atrás. Y Men's Physique era una categoría súper pegada y realmente Ryan es una persona que viaja a Estados Unidos, gana campeonatos en Estados Unidos, pero es europeo como yo y para mí eso es muy motivante y de verdad es inspirador.
Thank you, mate. It was really good to see you as always. My goal has always been to be #1 in the world, and that's what drives me, that's what gets me up every day, that's what makes me train the way I do, eat the way I do, the discipline. Everything is going into this show like you wouldn't believe. I've left no stone unturned so far. We've got a few more weeks of prep and then I'm going to showcase what I'm made of.
Okay, for this year, the Olympic champion! If you don't win it, don't come back here.
I know it. We're on the plane, I'll see you in America. Unfortunately, they don't have chocolate nut or chocolate orange items in the States, so I went for fruity cereal as well. So as you can see, We're starting the tanning process now, so it's early Friday morning. I've got my spray tan in a couple of hours, but I'm just going to get a few base coats on. Tomorrow we're going to have the tan perfect, carbon up perfect, we're going to be as full as a house, as conditioned as possible. Got the posing on point, and we're just going to go and enjoy it. Game day, the morning of 2023 Mr Olympia here in Orlando. We are ready to go. As you can see, I'm tanned up, I'm dressed up, ready for battle. Daddy Ryan, what a prep. I honestly don't know where to start with everything you've had going on, but all I can say is that almost everyone would have quit in your situation, but not you. We love you and miss you. Come back safe. Lots of love from Amy, Alfie and Elsie. So my aspirations every year is to win the Olympia. Like, I've never been somebody who goes in just wanting to make the numbers up or be a top 5 finisher. My goal has always been to be #1 in the world.
I've got so much to tell you, but I won't be able to hear you, but I just wanted to touch base with you, but we'll have a proper catch-up tomorrow.
It's been a tradition since 2015. Smokehouse burger as my cheat food straight after training, straight after competing.
I got wet socks.
It's okay. Oh, I missed you. Is this for Daddy?
Yeah.
Oh, thank you so much. Wow, look at this. The champion's welcome. Oh, she doesn't see it too enamored to see Daddy, does she? She's not that bothered to see Daddy.
She's got more important things to do.